now with something that many can relate to, letting health anxiety get the best of us. But before you get worked up about symptoms and imagining worst case scenarios, it's time for a reality check. ABC News medical correspondent Dr. Darien Sutton joins us now. Thank you for being here, Dr. Sutton. What is the difference between being vigilant about your health and having health anxiety? When does it cross that line?
Well, vigilance is something we all should have. We should all be going to those regular checkups. We should all be following the general guidelines. But health anxiety is when you have that persistent fear that you have a health problem. And this is despite you having a normal exam, despite reassurance, DeMarco, that everything is fine. It's that constant anxious feeling, and that can manifest in a couple of ways. Sometimes constantly checking your body, constant searches online for symptoms that might come and go. Dr. Google. And even being triggered by social media. And an important note, if you have health anxiety, you're more likely to see these personal stories about health on your social media because that's how the algorithm works.
I started to call you this morning because I went to sleep last night on my arm and it was, a little numb when I woke up. And I'm like, am I having a heart attack? And I'm like, no, dude, you just went to sleep on your arm. The anxiety really is true.
I understand it.
So what do you do when you're expecting test results and the anxiety starts to increase?
Well, number one, understand that fear that you might have while you're waiting for a result is normal. So what can you do to block that fear out or at least tamper it? The one thing you can start with is distraction. It works well. How do you do that? Find out how long that test takes to result and then try your best to schedule as much as you can in terms of your life in between that test and the result.
That is a good idea.
You can fill that with things like exercise that can break that cycle of tension, talking to friends, sharing your mutual experiences, and then avoiding trying to search online. I know it's difficult.
I was about to say that don't go to Google.
Don't go to Google, but if you do, use valid sources.
Yeah, because I feel like these symptoms, it's like it can mean a million different things.
You're absolutely right.
Okay, so what are some ways to keep the health anxiety in check?
I think some things that we can practice, some things I've taught DeMarco throughout our experience here, is number one, writing down your symptoms, taking notes. This can not only help you track your symptoms, but also you can look back at the past and figure out what you've survived in terms of how your symptoms are feeling. Again, as a reminder, when you're searching online, I don't say avoid it because it's natural. We're all going to do it, but search for validated sources, the CDC, NIH, NHS, and then avoid personalizing other people's problems. Just because you see someone with a health problem, and Keisha agrees, just because you see someone with a health problem or you see it online, it does not increase the odds that you will develop a health problem. Remember, the odds are usually on your side.
And get yourself a friend like Dr. Darien.
You can.
When you search for something online, it always pulls up the worst.
It does. It does. And I think that the way the internet is connected, if you're searching for it, it's likely to pop up again. And just remember, that is not the universe telling you that you have a problem. That is just how technology works.
You know what? We are so into the universe and the science, so I'm glad that you said that.
I sat in at a lunch with you two. I understand how you feel about the universe.
I also love how he responds to your texts very directly.
All the time.
You are not sick. Thanks, Dr. Sutton.